Thank you. Talk to you for about 15, 20 minutes here about Tealium's view of the world and what we're trying to help you accomplish. In the beginning, there was the internet, and we, as marketers, had the first opportunity to actually try to solve that, which half of my marketing budget is worthless, the famous John Wanamaker quote that Darren talked about. We only really could see what our customers were doing for 6 to 8 hours of the day because they were in their office. They didn't even have laptops back then. And to help understand what customers were doing at that computer, the JavaScript tag, the data collection architecture of a 1x1 pixel in a web page was invented. Is Charlie Glomman in the room? Charlie, stand up. All right, so Charlie Glomman is the inventor of the 1x1 pixel that now plagues this industry. So thank you, Charlie. Thank you. What year was that patent filed? 1993. Charlie invented the problem that we're all here to solve. So thank you, Charlie. And then in 2005, around abouts, the mobile revolution came, and we were then able to track what our customers and our prospects were doing for almost 12 hours out of the day, right? Because they were either on their computer or they were on their phone. And our data collection problem and opportunity grew larger because now we have mobile SDKs that we need to collect data from, and that's a completely different code base than all the JavaScript tags that the industry has put on web pages. And it gets both better and worse. Today, with the IoT revolution, as we heard Darren and Rusty both talk about, we can really pretty much watch and understand and track what our customers are doing 24 hours out of the day. Maybe not while they're in the shower or using the loo, right? And some extremists would even take it that far. So we now have data on what our customers are doing 24/7, what their home thermometer's set at, whether they're out of Tide laundry, whether they need more diapers. This is an amazing, amazing opportunity for marketers. However, we have this huge, what I call a data fragmentation problem. So in last year, Tealium's average customer was using over 21 vendors to collect data. That's our average. And we had a third of our customers, and look at how this grew, right? A third of our customers, or about 31%, were using more than 30 vendors to collect data about their customers across all channels. And what this creates is what we call islands of insight. So whether this is a mobile SDK or a JavaScript tag, put that aside, you have great vendors you're working with. They each create their own little island of data. And so then we as marketers, we have a great idea. Let's get all that data from those 21 different data sets, and let's piece it all together. Buy some batch data feeds, run it through Hadoop, create segments. Segments are a very interesting concept because in reality, as we travel around the internet and mobile apps today, that architectural approach of bringing together data feeds into one place, batching them together, leads to this. So there's actually a website where you can go, and it tells you what the marketers know about you, and they say there's a 40% probability I'm a woman. Now, it's not because of anything that I look at, but it's because I share a home computer with my wife and 2 daughters, right? And so this is just a mess. This is a mess. And how many of you guys have been retargeted 85 times for something you've already purchased? Think of the money. Raise your hand. Think of the money that marketer is wasting. How many of you been have been targeted for a hotel in a destination that you already went to last month, and they're still emailing you. That's happening to me right now. It's crazy. Everywhere I go, they're marketing the hotel I stayed at last week. I'm probably not going to go to Mexico 2 weeks in a row. It is an absolute mess. The industry's broken. So we are advancing the ball. We're getting it done. We're creating good experiences, but there is a better way. And we believe that at Tealium, we've solved this. We've taken a very different approach to any other vendor that we're aware of. And our belief is the only way to truly solve that is to not try to be everything to everybody and not try to say, we want you to use everything Tealium builds and we're your marketing cloud, we're your stack, you got to use everything here. We actually believe, as Rusty said, that you guys should figure out your own strategy, go pick your own vendor set. And we believe that this whole problem is solved just by having a humble little common data layer that operates underneath and integrates with all of the ecosystem solution providers out there. So we work with IBM, the Marketing Cloud. They're in the partner pavilion, right? We interface with Blue Kai and all Oracle's solutions and the email company they bought, and ExactTarget that Salesforce bought. And our average customer looks more like this, right? They didn't, they use DoubleClick, they might be using Omnis for analytics. They don't look like 100% of one marketing cloud because that's not how the industry evolved. And even if you are using 100% of someone's marketing cloud, there's still a whole bunch of companies over here that you're going to use. So our fundamental philosophy is that somebody needed to back out of the application race and do the heavy lifting, the spade work, the no fun work of integrating with over 1,000 vendors so that you guys could have a clean data layer where you have control, you can define rules, you can act on the data, and then you can serve all that data up stack to whatever vendors you want to work with. And what has happened over the last 5 years since we started the company is, we've been tempted by many times, many customers, bankers telling us we should buy companies, you should go up stack. No, we have to stay neutral. We have to be Swiss. And our job is to make everyone else's applications run better and to help agencies get clean data to add value to your business. And so we are staying true to this down stack. We're the data layer. We're the real-time data supply chain. And as we brought this to market, it ends up looking like this. You guys are familiar. We have Tealium IQ, which is tag management and mobile SDKs. That's the on-ramp for the data. Then we have Audience Stream, where we start collecting that data, superset of all your vendors' data, allow you to enrich it with badges, like I'm the surfer, I'm the pilot or whatever. And we then allow you to take action on it by sending instructions up stack, right? So we're doing the real-time data stream, the inflow data that Rusty talked about, applying rules to it, and taking actions and sending action instructions up stack. Send it to ExactTarget, send it to IBM Responsive, send it to Omniture, send it to the mobile push. And then we feed it in real time to whatever business intelligence or analytics or data warehouse solution you guys are using or you want to use. And if you don't have one, if you're a newer business, we establish a SQL database up on Amazon Redshift and let you point your analytics tool of choice, your visualization tool of choice, Tableau, Burst, Looker, at that data. So this is the Tealium data supply chain. These are actually the numbers of customers, the year we roll these products out, and the number of customers that are using them. So I want to thank you guys for working with us and embracing this neutral solution. So we just think of ourselves as the WD-40 of digital marketing, right? And the WD-40 tames the beast, right? The digital marketing beast. That's the happy beast. You guys have probably seen the mad beast. He's kind of green and brown and has a big scowl on his face. This is the happy beast. He's been tamed. And our job is just to remove the friction, right? We are like BASF. We don't make the products we use, we make the products you use better. That is our philosophy. It's at the core of our ethos. and I hope it shows in how we execute for you as customers. So how does this play out, right? So we heard Rusty again talk about context-relevant experiences consistent across channels. So this is what's possible today. A customer abandons a cart on his desktop at work, and so we now know he's a cart abandoner. So then in real time, if we want, we can send him an email saying, hey, we saw that you left that book in your cart. We'll give you 10% off if you want to buy that today. We monitor it. He doesn't respond to that. So then we switch channels because he also has a badge in our audience stream. We know he's a mobile shopper. So then we send him a push notification, which actually hits, and he buys. So now we know that he's bought, and he bought on mobile. So now he's a mobile shopper again. And this is really key. The amount of money wasted in retargeting in this industry is ridiculous. So we remove him from this retargeting campaign because he's now purchased. We do that in real time. So on his very next page click, you're not marketing him the product he just bought. You're saving money. And we add to his lifetime value. We know he's a VIP, spent $1,000 with us over the last 90 days or whatever. And we alert customer care that, this person just purchased this. All that happened in real time, and all we were doing is operating as the data layer underneath. And we were talking to the email system, we were talking to the mobile push system, we were talking to the shopping cart, talking to the customer care system. And each of those applications were able to feed off of this common data layer. And we were applying rules to the data and enriching the data. And again, that is our view, is that this fragmentation problem can just be wiped away by having a common data layer. What's going to be possible in the future? You're going to walk into a concert. It's a Lenny Kravitz concert. I love Lenny. And they know I like to drink Bud Light. So I'll scan my ticket, and they're going to give me a mobile push. 10% off Bud Light, Jeff. Welcome to Lenny's house. You check in at the airport. All right, so now they know. Maybe you get a free Wi-Fi code. Southwest Airlines knows you're not on a legacy aircraft, and you get a free Wi-Fi code because you're a VIP. You walk by a store, and they've been doing this in New York. You literally walk by a store, and they've got a beacon outside on one of those signposts, and it says 5% coupon if you come on in the store today. They've seen a 12% traffic diversion of people walking by the store that weren't going to go in that actually go in. 12% conversion in the physical world with beacons. It's crazy. Board an airplane and your luggage tells you via mobile push or email that it's underneath. Your luggage talks to you. Redeem an in-store coupon. This is an interesting one. So when you redeem that in-store coupon, now the manufacturer, who has always been twice removed from the end buyer because of the retail distribution chain, immediately knows you're a customer. So they can engage with you. And so much more. So we believe this room will change the industry when smartly applying all of these myriad technologies that are available to us today, taking advantage of the amazing amount of data IoT and mobile are generating for us, and smartly utilizing that. So who are you guys? I'm curious. Every year I always ask, how many are from marketing, sort of the non-IT side? Raise your hands, please. All right, good. And how many of you would view yourselves as from IT, technology? So it's 50-50, 60-40, maybe it was 60% marketing, 40% IT. I've never been at a company where like IT and marketing come together and love each other and party. And I mean, this is awesome. It really is awesome. And we're trying to remove the friction between IT and marketing and let you guys speak a common language. So we would assert that you guys aren't from IT or marketing. You guys are mavericks because you're thinking about this. You want to learn about it. It's an amazing, amazing world out there. What is a maverick? A maverick is an unorthodox or independent-minded person, someone who looks at the world, sees what's going on, says, I can do this a better way. We think it's important to be able to push the envelope, understand what's going on. There's so much resistance in a big company, and even in small companies, to to embrace this new stuff because it's not the way. Everything's batch, right? Well, real time enables you to do things so much differently, so much more effectively. So we challenge you to go forth and be a maverick. And our next speaker is going to talk about being an intrapreneur, how to drive change within your company. Quick Tealium update. You guys are all stakeholders, and we appreciate what you've done. So I showed you the 3 solutions that we have: Tealium IQ, Tealium Audience Stream, Data Access. And this is the growth of these products since we started the business, the software part of the business, in 2011. And this is kind of crazy. We're now 4 times larger than the next enterprise paid tag management vendor as far as the volume of tags that we deliver across the internet. This is data from Ghostery. It's objective third-party data. We now have over 10,000 sites and apps managing over 100,000 tags across the Tealium platform worldwide. Audience Stream has been embraced, as you saw, by over 140 customers, and we're seeing, 5 to 7x year-over-year growth in events and actions handled by Audience Stream with no end in sight. This was the holiday rush of this year, and then this was the holiday rush of last year. It looked big then, but look at what's going on now. And this is the number of events being stored with our data access solutions and or fed into our customers' data warehouse. So in your side meetings with your account managers, we'd obviously love to talk to you about all this stuff, but I don't want to take any of the stage time. I want to thank all of you